when we talk about AI, as a non-coder, it feels very intimidating to use them and understand this technology. So in today's video, I want to cover how you can actually use state-of-the-art AI agents, the best ones that are out there, and see how to use them, see how to change their nature by using simple system prompts, and basically be able to use AI agents from companies like OpenAI and Google so that you know that you're using the best. And the next time when someone comes and tells you, hey, AI can take your job, you will have a concrete understanding of whether that is possible or not. So we're going to do all of that. We're going to download an AI agent, use it locally, change its entire nature to suit it for our purposes, and basically develop a very good understanding of how AI agents work. So let's begin. So what you're seeing here is how AI agents work today. Now, I have built this kind of diagram after looking at a lot of different AI agents. Cursor, it's an AI agent that helps with coding. And we are in fact going to use Cursor and VS Code for this video as well. I have also looked at Flipkart's AI tools that they have built internally. I have also looked at Google's AI agent, which we're going to use for this video. So I have looked at a bunch of them, and all of them follow this basic structure. There's going to be an architect LLM. An LLM is a large language model like GPT-o3, which you chat with on ChatGPT. And what we try to do is this architect LLM, this orange box, you let this box handle the most cognitive task, the planning, the blueprint, so to say, of the task at hand. So this is the most expensive model that you can find, the most useful one, and but it does all of your thinking process. Now, if the architect LLM is going to do all of the planning, and we'll see exactly how that pans out as well. What does helper LLMs do? You know how a senior architect or an engineer in your team will decide what needs to be changed for, let's say, writing the code of a feature, and they will do the high level blueprint and they'll create the story, create the Jira, and then it's a junior coder that's going to actually do the coding, like an SD1. And that is exactly the structure that is used here as well. Your architect LLM is going to do the main blueprinting, and then it's helper LLM, smaller, cheaper, faster models who are going to do very specific tasks. Then we all know LLMs hallucinate. Now there are many, many examples of this. Uh, until the latest models came, if you asked older ChatGPT or older Claude for that matter, how many R's are there in strawberry, it would answer 2 or 4. I'll give a wrong answer basically because of the way LLMs work, and they are prone to hallucinations. I mean, numbers vary, but 1 in 100 or maybe even 5 in 100 times, LLMs give the wrong answers. And one of the things that we want to do when using LLMs is make sure that they are able to understand where they may likely go wrong and use some kind of tools or fact checking to make sure that they get the right answer. So if you look here, an architect LLM who can have access to tools like search the web, Google search. So instead of trying to remember from its training data about some fact, it can just search Google and figure out the exact answer, or it can run code. It can read large files. So again, this is extremely important because uh, right now, if you go to ChatGPT, you can't upload an entire book or a set of textbooks and say and ask it to summarize all of the textbooks. It's just beyond its token limit, the amount of input it can take. But if you want to build an AI agent, let's say who does coding for you, and your company already has existing code base of say 100,000 or 500,000 or 1 lakh lines of code, you want the agent to have context of all of those files, and then you can't just ingest everything as the input. So instead, what you do is use something known as vector embeddings. We will come across it later, but essentially what I'm trying to say is AI agents today have the ability to look at a lot of data and figure out what it needs to pull from it. And then finally, it also has access to generate content. So that is what the architect does. It makes a plan, it does some Google searches, runs some codes, reads some files to figure out the plan that it has made is a good plan or not. And then there's always a human in the loop, and that's you and me, which keeps telling the agent, hey, you're moving in the wrong direction. Can you check for this instead? So any agent will always output the steps as it is working on it, and you can correct it. So, prod it towards the right direction. So you are not doing the whole work, but you are essentially reviewing it. So that's how the best agents today work. I will move on to introducing Google's agents. AI agent builder. Vertex is Google's, I would say, playground where you can work with LLMs, agents, even ML models. So anything that you want to deploy on the cloud and use their proprietary packages and libraries, you can do it through Vertex. Okay, Great. So these, as you can see, are sample AI agents that Google has made available to us. So we can go to any one of these and just download them and use them for our own use cases. Some of these are very useful. Brand search optimization could be very useful for a marketing person, marketing agency, data science, financial advisor could be useful for people like me who are in red across all of their stocks and mutual funds. Please recommend me some good mutual funds, by the way. But today we are going to focus on this particular agent called academic research. So let's just go and look at this uh, academic research agent. I am in the GitHub repository now. So yeah, it will take a PDF as input. It will figure out what other research papers have cited the original, and then it will do an analysis to find out what directions will this research likely go into. So let's see this agent in action. And I'm going to use VS Code, Microsoft's GitHub Copilot. I have bought a subscription for $10 a month, but there's a free trial available, so you can just play around with it. And the free trial is pretty generous, so you don't need to actually spend money. Okay, so we are in the GitHub repository. Now, I know this looks very confusing. There's code, there is, if you see here, it's this file structure and everything. But essentially what's happening here is, if you remember, um, this this is what's happening with any agent. So what we can try and look for is, where is the architect LLM, where is the human in the loop, where are the tools, and where are the helper LLM. So let's do that, and you'll see academic research, which is obviously the main, just the folder that contains all the code, and you'll see sub agents. Now this is the folder that contains all of the helper LLMs, and academic research is the main LLM, the main coordinator, the planner of the agent. Now, in this particular agent, Google has used Gemini 2.5 Pro for all of their LLM workflows. So the helper LLM and the architect LLM are all powered by the same model. But if you're trying to create a cheaper agent, you can go for cheaper models as well. I think let's just run this agent and see how it behaves in actual setting. This is how you code in the age of AI. You do not need to remember any terminal commands or any coding specific syntax. And I'm just going to tell it, run this agent. That's it. And I'm going to use GPT 4.1 because it's free. And let's see what it comes up with. Now, what this VS Code tool will do is it will go through the entire code base to figure out if there is any instruction about how to run the agent. And it has found that. So now it's asking me to run a few lines of codes. I'll do that. I will create a virtual environment, and there we go. Great. So now the session is hosted here. I'll just quickly copy the link and put it here. And here we are. Now, let's see what this agent can do. So, hey there, what all can you do? Hello, I can explore the academic landscape, seminal paper, give me a PDF. Let's give it a PDF. So I have already downloaded a paper. I'll just say here. Now, while it is searching for it, what I want you to do is look at the prompt that it has. Now, it will give step-by-step instructions. I think I'm in the wrong files. Oh yeah, prompt. Great. So the very first stop, so to say, here is the academic coordinator. This is your architect LLM, so to speak, which is doing all of the coordination. What part of the entire agent gets executed when, and it has all of these prompts, as you can see on the screen. Summarize the paper, the authors, the abstract. Summarize the entire paper in 5 to 10 sentences, no bullets. And then once you're done with it, inform the user that now you will search for recent papers citing the seminal work. So if I go back here, that is exactly what the agent has done. It has summarized the entire thing. You can see abstract, summary, keyword, key innovations, and all of the papers that have cited this one. And then it is saying, I will search for recent papers citing the seminal work. And it is asking me, should I look for recent papers, 2024 or even further back? I'll say, look for papers starting 2023. Let's give it a broader window. Now, this is interesting because I have run this agent many, many times now. Sometimes it will ask me to give exact dates. Sometimes it will just assume and give me papers only for 2024, sometimes only for 2025, and sometimes it will give me paper as far back as to 2020. So this is the kind of hallucinations that LLMs get into, and just to avoid it, one simple way to do it is to ask it, always ask the user, or just include it in the prompt, look for papers only 1 year or more recent. So those kind of things can be done. Now we'll now go back to the agent and see what is happening here. Okay, I will search for recent papers citing attention is all you need, and it is doing that research, search, so it will take some time. Yeah, here we go. So as you can see, nicely formatted, it has given me all the papers that cite this original research paper, and you can click and okay, don't click. he if it goes somewhere else, the session ends, and I didn't want that. So sorry about that. This workflow, while it's amazing, it's not very useful for you and me because we do not generally deal with research papers. So what I did was I thought about how can I leverage this AI agent to kind of fit into one of the use cases that I have, which is, I read a lot of articles, and I will like some articles, and what I would want to do is read other articles, blogs, and op-eds around the same topic to get a general sense of what, say, the internet thinks about that topic. But I obviously do not have time to go through everything. So what if I could upload the PDF of the blog that I was reading, let this agent figure out what other blogs are similar in nature, and then give me a core summary of the main similarities and differences between all of the results that it has found. And that is exactly what I did. I took this agent and I changed the prompt. Now, I did not do any coding. All I did was look at the prompt, change the prompt, that's it. So let's quickly show you what that looks like. I'm going to close this. I'm going to open code again, VS Code. And this time I'm going to go into news blog agent. Now, this is the exact same code, only difference is I have changed the prompts. So as you can see, objective, find at least 10 distinct high quality articles or blog posts that cover the same or closely related concepts as the source blog post. They may be hosted on news sites, personal blogs, tech magazines, Medium, Substack. By the way, to change this prompt, I again used ChatGPT. I did not write all of this. I just told ChatGPT what I want to do, and it gave me this prompt. And then I did some runs to see how the agent is behaving, and it changed the prompts a little bit. So this is what the changed prompt looks like. Let's quickly run this agent and see what the changes that I have made in the prompt look like. So run the prompt agent. Let's see if this works. Hey there, what can you do? Great, it's working. Hello, I'm your blog insight assistant. I can help you analyze a blog post, discuss similar ideas, and synthesize the overall conversation for you. So let's give it a PDF of one of the blogs that I wrote. And as you can see, it has given me a summary. It has given me the core arguments. Now it is asking me, now I will search the web for similar articles. So it is going to do that. Now here you can see the core actions it is performing is exactly similar to what the academic research agent did, but it is a lot more relevant for us now because all of us read articles and this is useful. So I think it is done doing it. Okay, I found similar articles. Why Meta and Google may win consumer AI before ChatGPT does. Now that's, I mean, just looking at the title, I'm really, really excited about what this article is. My only worry is it might have hallucinated, and because it's okay, great, it is an article. Now this looks like a great article. I will go through it later, but yeah, I mean, it is very hard to find good reads in general, and this agent is solving that problem. And we can build wrappers on top of this where it will send you emails or WhatsApp messages around things that you're interested in. So those kind of things can be done. If I was in the Silicon Valley, I would have actually made this wrapper into an app and gotten like a $1 million funding or something. But maybe someday. For now, this is a great way to understand how AI agents work and how you can repurpose using just system prompts things that already exist on the internet. So that's it from my side. It's been great making this video. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them in the comment section and I would be happy to answer them. What should I cover next? Let me know.